Hi guys, welcome to Create Pretty Things. How are you guys doing tonight? Are you ready for some late night crafting? I am. Okay, tonight we are going to work with this solar system transfer. Do you have a little adventurer that in your life that would love the solar system and would love a sign in their room? I do, and I'm going to go ahead and create a little sign just for him. I'm going to be using this black artist canvas. And we have lots of different colors of paste to use tonight. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and remove my transfer. Well, I guess I should get the business part down first. First off, you're seeing the red live button at the top. You're watching me live. If you're not, you're watching the replay. So go ahead and comment hashtag replay in the comments just so I know that you watched. It will help me out a ton. And if you're new, please say that you're new so I can welcome you in. Give it a heart as you jump on, and feel free to invite those that you think might enjoy this video to watch. Just share the video. So a little bit about our transfers. They are reusable, sticky, silkscreen transfers. You can see that there's a little tiny mesh embedded in this transfer. It makes the process of putting the paste on and letting it create a beautiful design onto the surface down below easy. Now what I'm doing here is called fuzzing. And because the back of this transfer is sticky, I want to remove a little bit of that stick, pick up some lint, just so that when I pull this transfer off my surface, it is not going to stretch it out. These transfers are reusable between 8 and 12 times. And we want to make sure we get the most possible use out of them, okay? Now, I know that this is going to stick pretty well to my little canvas here. Oh, and as you guys jump on, please do me a favor and type in !notify, all one word, !NOTIFY in the comments, and that will get you notified every time I go live, so you don't have to miss out on anything that I do. All right, what I'm doing now is I'm just going to go ahead and center this onto my transfer. Trying to make sure it's on there straight. Okay, it looks pretty good. Now, since there's a hollow spot underneath this center of this canvas, I'm going to go ahead and roll up my fuzzing cloth and put it underneath just so that it'll have a little bit of firmness underneath this canvas. And that's way too much, but let's give it a try just to give it some pressure. Now I'm rubbing this on really well to make sure there's not any air bubbles in this transfer. If there's air bubbles, your paste is going to run, and we don't want that. We want a nice crisp image on our surface. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do several different colors of paste on this. Let me just go ahead and get this open. Now, I'm not real sure what color these solar systems are supposed to be. So I'm going to be actually looking at the image that they've already done so that it can give me something to go by. I'm trying to figure out if this is the best thing to put under here. Let's go ahead and put it halfway. Just see if we can get that to work. Okay, I think what I'm going to do first is go ahead and do my little sun down here. And I don't even know all my earth colors and stuff. So here I do have some orange. This is orange peel. Now your paste should be a sour cream consistency, and this one's a little thick. So I'm going to go ahead and squeeze in some distilled water and mix it up really well, just so that I get it to be a little more thin so that it can apply onto this transfer. And you do want to mix it up really well because you don't want any watery spots in your design. So I'm going to mix that up. And I'm also going to get out my yellow, which is Bumblebee. Bumblebee, it's one of my favorite colors. It's a bright yellow. Oh, it's not my bright yellow. This is my saffron, so it's not quite as bright. Okay, and that looks pretty good. Saffron orange. So I'm going to go ahead and do kind of a little bit of a marbled effect down here. but my rays to my center are going to be this saffron color, and I'm just going to apply some of this paste onto my squeegee, and I'm going to go ahead and smooth it on over my silkscreen transfer, making sure that it goes through. Now, when you peel this off, you want to make sure that your paste is still wet. You don't want it to dry. Now, I do have some extra left on my squeegee, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of dot this a little bit in through here. I'm going to clean off my squeegee. I'm going to get some of this orange. I'm going to kind of dot it in here as well. And then I'm just going to kind of swirl it and mix it around to get this little effect of the orange and yellow kind of mixture, okay? I'm going to go ahead and peel this off because I don't want it to dry. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to peel off one corner only where we paste it, and we're going to kind of take a look and see how it looks. It looks pretty good. I like the modeling effect. Now, we did this so the paste would not dry in the silkscreen. We do want to dry it before we put it back down. But notice I didn't lift it all the way off the transfer. And I'm actually not going to press this down where the where I've already pasted, but I do want to make sure I get everything else down. Okay, so our next planet is going to be Mercury, and we're going to do kind of more of the orange colors and a little bit of red in with this one. This is my candy apple red, and it is dry as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add some water, distilled water. The reason we're using distilled is because your tap water can have some impurities in it. So we don't want to introduce those into our paste. So we're just using the distilled to make sure it's nice and clean. And this may take a little bit of work, guys. This one is pretty dry. This is my candy apple paste. And it must have had a lid that wasn't screwed on all the way because it's pretty darn dry. If I keep on mixing it, it should come back to consistency. I don't know if I'm patient enough for that though. So I'm just going to go ahead and dot some of this red, whoops, on Mars and some on Mercury. And we're just going to add some yellow and we're going to get that going. So my squeegee, just a little bit of yellow and some yellow up here on Mars. So it's going to make it kind of a reddish orange. Venus is going to be some blues and some orange. So I'm going to do, oh, that's yellow. Let me just go ahead and wipe that off. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of blue. Oh, I want an orange. See what happens when you craft late at night. So some oranges in there. And then I'm going to get out some blue. And the blue is going to be our colonial blue for this particular use. It's going to kind of mix it in there. Okay, and then it says that, let's see what other colors. Earth. Earth is going to have a lot of green and some blues. Let's go ahead and peel that off. Looks good. Looks like I did miss a little bit on my Mercury here. So you can always add more paste if you need it when you miss things. Just make sure you look at it before you peel it completely off. Okay, so we're going to do Earth. It's going to have a little bit of green and some blue. So a little bit of green. I'm just going to try and get it in the little like Iceland area. Well, I guess Iceland's not it, but the areas of the earth that would be green. I'm going to try to get it in there, those sections. And then I'm going to go ahead and get blue for the rest. And just a little bit of blue. Cover that up. Make sure I get it all. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and peel this up again. It's looking great. I think my earth is a little unround though. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead, see these lines, the orbits in here. I'm going to do those yellow, my saffron yellow. I'm just going to go ahead and do all those right now, with the exception of this little, this is my ocean mist, and I'm going to do this little planet that's off to the side here by the earth. I'm just going to do it real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and do our yellow lines. And I think I'm just going to use my small squeegee. Now this is a small squeegee cut in half. I find that it makes the perfect size when you're doing some of these small little lines. I think it works really, really well. I'm also going to do the names of my planets in this yellow. Okay, I'm just trying to cover up anything that has like a white see-through silk screen is what we're covering up. And that's where the paste is going to go through, and it's going to land on your surface down below. And that's what's creating the design. Okay, here's the word Earth. I'm going to go ahead and do the line around Mars, this orbit, solar path. Create that down. And guys, when you have too much paste in one area, you can easily just slide it over to another area and use all your paste. This does not take much paste. It's a very smooth texture when the paste is consistently mixed up. And that's how my saffron paste is right now. It's perfect. We're gonna go ahead and paste over the word Jupiter. And even though I'm doing this, I really had thought maybe I would save this for my little grandson so he could do it. I know he would love this. So if you have grandchildren, you can have them do this. They love it. They absolutely love it. And I speak from experience. What do you guys think for so far? You guys liking a solar system idea? Do you guys have any grandchildren that would like it, or even kids living at home with you? They love this kind of stuff. At least mine do. They love it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this up just so it doesn't dry in my silk screen. And I am going to kind of look at it. Now some of these lines are dotted. I see my little Saturn here. The S isn't quite chalked. And the N isn't quite chalked. So just keep going over the areas that you want to change or redo or do better. There's a star there. And this is one area that I need to focus on, is getting all the edges and margins of things. I do always tend to skip those. So that's an area that I need to work on. But it's real easy to see what you've missed as you go through. It's looking really good, guys. Okay, let's see what our next planet is. This big one is, let me see, you gotta look at it's Jupiter. And it is orange, yellow, and red. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of my red that's way too dry right in the center, a couple little dots. And then I'm going to dot some orange, the orange peel. And I'm going to add in some yellow, some of the saffron in there. Just going to go ahead and add it. And then I'm going to get one of these squeegees, whichever one I think has less color, and just go ahead and squeegee over that. Make sure I get all the edges. Looks great. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that off because I don't want to mix any colors. Pull down my, oh, it's looking good so far, guys. What do you think? Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so next we're gonna do Neptune, which is really, it's up here in the corner. It's really, really blue. And also Uranus is even more blue. So Neptune, and Saturn has some too, but it's got some goldy orange color. So let's do our Neptune, mainly blue. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and get our squeegee with our glacier, not glacier, it is our ocean mist. So it's like a blue, but it's got a little bit of green tinges in it. Go ahead and do that. And I see that I missed the word Neptune when I was doing my words. So I do need to go back and get my saffron and do Neptune. And the star. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and peel this up, and we have one more planet. Okay, so my little Neptune needs a little bit on this edge. Yep. And this one needs some on the edge. Uranus. And then also I missed a couple little orbital patterns down here. So get your eyes on when you're doing this. Oh, it looks good. Looks really good. Okay, one more. And this is the planet Jupiter. No, Saturn. So lots of blues and some orangish color. Just a little bit of orange for some shadows. Take off any excess paste. Oh, that's kind of discolored. Let's not put that in there. Okay, so I think I have it all. Oops, I see a couple little stars up here. A star there. Star here. Oh, and this little guy. Did I ever do that guy? I think I did. Okay, let's go ahead and peel this off. Here's the reveal, guys. I want you to be able to see. Look at that. What do you guys think? Isn't that cool? So this was a Dollar Tree canvas. This board was from Dollar Tree. And so then I just used a stencil and a bunch of different colors of paste. And this is what we have. Now comes cleanup time. I'll show you how to clean these really, really quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and cap up my paste. If I see anything that I might wanna thin out, I might just go ahead and spray some water and let it sit for overnight, and I'll stir them up in the morning. Any of my dirty squeegees, I'm gonna throw in my water bath. This is my ocean mist. Let's add some water. And I always do try to take a look at these before I actually use them to make sure they're good. Right now I'm just spraying some regular tap water onto this to get it to soak a little bit. The sooner you clean these, the better. So make sure you clean them as soon as you can. It'll just make it a lot easier. Hey, Jenna, how are you? What are you doing up so late? Yeah, I thought that my grandson, one of the grandsons, would like that solar system. How are you guys doing? Takes a lot to get me to realize that you're there, huh, Jenna? It's like trying to throw a ball at my head or something. Well, I'm glad you're here. Whoops. See how messy my hands get though? Okay. So let me show you again. This is what it looks like so far. And then maybe we could frame it or maybe put it on just on the wall like that. But here we go cleaning. I'm gonna get a paper towel and wipe it over the top. Getting ready for bed. Yeah, I should be there now too, Jenna. Soon. The days go by so fast when you're retired. I know they go by fast when you work too, but you don't get to enjoy them as much. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and get my board eraser. And I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this. The board eraser is like a magic eraser sponge. I make sure I put them in the shopping cart every time I build a shopping cart because they really do help clean this stuff up. It's really, really easy. How's Jenny doing? She there with you? Tell her I said hi. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean the backside. The backside does get dirty from the paste going through. It's not as dirty as the front. Now the backside does have some sticky on there, and that is what makes it reusable, is being able to re-stick this down on any surface and make sure that this is clean because you don't want any paste in your transfer when you put it away. So clean off your transfer. You're also cleaning off any lint that you may have picked up from your fuzzing towel. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dry this with the paper towel. It'll glide right over, and I can dry it because you don't want to put it away wet. You want to make sure that you get it clean. I'm gonna spray this one more time. It just doesn't look clean again to me. And I want to reuse this. She's working, yeah, she is, I know. Oh, she did? Congratulations to her. That's awesome. I knew she was studying really, really hard. So she's all done. Good job, Jenny. That's wonderful. Yay. Yeah, Chris got his second master's degree this week as well, or last week. So everybody's getting educated. Oh, I love her so much. I love both you guys so much. Okay, this looks clean and baby stained a little bit, but as long as you can see through that silk screen, you're good. All I'm gonna do is, still looks wet though. I'm gonna put it back on the backer. And this is how we're gonna store it. The backer that comes on is gonna protect it from getting dirty and getting things stuck to it so that you can reuse it again next time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe over the front, make sure it's all attached to that backer. And it's clean, even though it looks a little stained, at least it's clean. And I'm gonna reuse it, but this is our final piece. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys again soon. I hope to see you, Jenna and Jenny. Yeah, I love you guys too. Have a good week. Bye.